techniques, and that would be ninjutsu, the codified martial arts system.
That sounds like,
Huh?
yeah.
Is that too much of a reach?
I don't think that's reaching at all. I mean, if you're gonna have, especially if you're gonna have like a secret squadron of ninja that aren't really ninja but are really samurai in black clothing, wouldn't you teach them the fastest way to assassinate somebody and get the heck out of there?
Taking them out.
And then wouldn't you train the rest of all the other ones that are coming up? You know, the cadets who want to be in this secret team.
To be
they
a
would
ninja,
have to learn those techniques as well, no?
That would make sense to me.
They have like a scroll that they roll out and say, "This is how you do
This
it."
is how you assassinate.
Why wouldn't they? Do you think they would just come up with? I don't know. They couldn't kill you regularly like a samurai because that's messy.
Well, we do know, no, not necessarily, but we do know that the samurai martial art is codified. That's what we've been practicing for how many years? Decades. So we understand that, and we understand that you're saying that there's no. What do you have to say about that?
Okay, the $64,000 question, right, guys? I've said this 950 million times. Ninjutsu is not a martial art. There is no specific hand-to-hand fighting combat done with a sword, done with anything, that is called ninjutsu. Okay? It doesn't exist. It's not there. However, ninja were either samurai or ashigaru, and both samurai and ashigaru would learn to fight. Therefore, if they're learning to fight, they learn martial arts. The Banshin Sukai says kenjutsu, says learn Iai from Iai-Do, learn grappling or binding techniques. So yes, as a warrior, ninja shinobi would absolutely know how to fight 100%. However, they did not learn an art called ninjutsu that taught them hand-to-hand grappling techniques. They would learn their own family arts or whichever school they're attached to. What they did have though was tricks in fighting. So not how to cut a sword, but where to position yourself in a room, or how to move through a door if you thought somebody was on the other side. The act of making the cut or putting the lock on was just martial arts, yawara it used to be called, things like that. Moving, positioning was part of the shinobi jutsu. So simply, hand to hand, called ninjutsu. No. Did ninjas fight? Yes. Dead simple. So assassination techniques, it's dead easy. You get a knife, you put it in someone's face, you put it in someone's heart, the end. How to get next to that person is ninjutsu. Okay? Martial arts, ninjutsu. Right? It's not that simple, but that's the basics, guys.
Didn't I learn something today?
Yeah, absolutely.
Ninjutsu's not a martial art.
No.
Well, that's going to mess up a whole lot of
That's going to mess up a couple ninjutsu dojo.
Practitioners,
Yeah.
so-called ninja schools.
Yeah. That sucks.
That does suck. For them.
For them.
For them.
That's pretty rough.
Yeah.
Because they're teaching,
something that doesn't exist.
Doesn't exist.
But I see his point.
Yeah.
I see the point in sneaking as ninja and then attacking as a jitsu or
use your martial
art to attack. But
right.
positioning, I guess.
Yeah, well, it makes sense. And I've used this term yawara, the term that Anthony mentions, was a term that I've used many times. I say the beginning, before the term sogobujutsu even existed, the term for it was yawara. That was the original term for sogobujutsu. And people, constantly try to correct me and tell me that yawara is a stick, is like a 6-foot stick or a 6-inch stick or a 9-inch stick. And no, that's the modern translation of an old term, and the original translation of that term yawara was what we know today as sogobujutsu, or the integrated forms of all warrior tactics, techniques, and martial arts, and some just use the term bujutsu, but there are many different forms of bujutsu. Some use the term yawara jitsu, but that's not really. It's like taking an old term and adding a modern component to that old term. It doesn't really make sense, but it is what it is, and it's interesting stuff. We totally appreciate it. And sorry for asking the same damn question. the poor guy gets stuck with the same darn thing. So wait a second, next person who interviews you is going to say, so ninjutsu's a martial art. And that's because that's what Hatsumi pushed for 30 years, and that's what a lot of them pushed. A lot of them did that. And what was interesting is that some of them did not. I know a lot of claims that stated, I do martial arts and I also do ninjutsu. And I've heard that. So that's pretty interesting. Those guys, and some of those guys were friends of mine. Were called fakes. So that's pretty interesting.
Yeah, absolutely. So, my question is, where and when, Anthony, did you become in love with or fall in love with the ninja?
Yeah.
When did you take part in really diving into it?
Yes.
Many people have asked this question. When did I first start liking the ninja? I came out screaming into the world dressed in a ninja suit, I am sure. I do not remember not liking the ninja. Simply, the answer could be that I was simply born in the height of the ninja boom, and I grew up and ninja was everywhere. So probably before my memories kicked in, there was ninja. However, so was everybody else my generation, but none of them did what I did or was that obsessed with it. So deep down in my inner being is the sort of love for ninja. And my earliest memory is going to a shop with my grandfather. It was actually Toys R Us in Oldham, and it was downstairs in a basement, and there were some army figures and there were some ninja figures. My granddad said, "What do you want?" And I went, "Ninja figures." And I don't know how old I was, 5, 6, 7, 8, I can't remember. It's just one of those early memories where you don't remember how old you are, you just remember being a young child, holding grandfather's hand, who seemed to be like 74 foot tall, and saying ninja. The point of this is that I remember already liking ninja at that point. So before, one of my earliest memories is picking up ninja figures and knowing that I picked them because I already liked them. So I cannot answer the question. When did you like them? When I was pretty much could learn to speak. That's when it started. And I am that sad, I am that geeky with about ninjas. Just even Yoshi can't keep up. She's just like, "Aunt, do you ever talk about anything but ninjas?" So,
man, that's awesome. I had action figures like crazy, but I don't remember having ninja figures until around the time of He-Man.
Yeah.
I think they made a couple of
Well, G.I. Joe had ninja figures.
That's true. Storm Shadow
Yeah.
and Snake Eyes.
Snake
So
Eyes.
that might have been my first ninja experience with figures.
Yo, Joe.
I think that was our first. Well, at least American wise, I think those were our real mainstream ninjas. Were Storm Shadow, Snake Eyes.
Well, they also had maybe he's talking about how he's saying army figures.
the little
plastic
green ones.
guys.
Yeah, but I don't remember.
They did have they had
did?
red and black little ninja figures.
Well, I got gypped, guys. I never knew we had ninja figures back then, and I bet you, if I had to decide, Anthony, I would have decided on those ninja figures myself. Because those are way cooler than the green army dudes. I like the one army dude that just stayed in the grenade throwing position. I had 10 to 20 of them dudes right in the front, just. But
I always made the walkie-talkie guy get shot because he wasn't doing anything. He'd be trying to order air support and just always get shot.
Right. Yeah. That's usually how it happens in real life.
He didn't have a gun. So my army walkie guy always got shot. Well.
That's awesome, though.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember the first time I fell in love with the ninja, and I think it was. I
know when it was for me. It was Shokasugi. That guy was the man.
Who's that?
What? Shokasugi, man? Come on!
That sounds like a food or something.
Oh my gosh. Alright, after this, Brian and I, we're going to be watching tons
of
corny ninja films.
I'm about to get schooled.
I'm going to educate this man.
He's going to put me in...
Oh, man. we're going to watch Pray for Death. It's going to be a movie marathon tonight.
I'm going to get popcorn.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And we're gonna do it.
I need to know, because that...
You gotta know.
That's something I should know.
I can't believe you don't know.
Yeah, I don't.
Revenge of the Ninja?
Oh, yeah, no, I know Revenge of the Ninja.
Oh, yeah, that's Shokasugi. Shokasugi just had that new movie.
Oh, you're talking about the actor
Assassin?
himself.
Yeah, he's the man.
Oh, if you say the name of the movie, I got you.
All right, well, Ninja Assassins is the new movie.
Yeah.
And he's got the big scar down his face.
I just didn't know the
star
actor's
people.
name. Gosh, you got deep.
Yeah.
You got
Oh,
wow.
he was awesome. He was great.
Okay.
And what else was he in? He was in tons of ninja films. Ninja 3, The Domination. That's got to be the corniest, lousiest, greatest film ever. But let's get back. Let's get back to something real.
Yeah.
What do you got? You know, getting back to something real. You know, that's kind of a funny thing because now what is real?
Right.
Because we're talking about a martial art that was possibly born in cinema, maybe.
Had to have been.
And then you got Hatsumi out there saying, I teach that. You guys got to come get some certificates from me and get some rank from me, and I'll teach you how to be real ninja. And
So don't blame Americans for that, but blame Hatsumi.
I guess, I mean,
Right.
he's the first, is he not?
Apparently.
First to really state you want to learn the martial art of the ninja.
So how legitimate does that make him, though? If real ninja did not want to be known,
And did not have a martial art.
so doesn't that tell you right off the bat this guy's lying?
Well, we didn't know in the 1980s.
Well, no, now. Why do people still hail him if...
Well, it's probably because he's got a multi-billion-dollar operation that he's sitting on.
Yeah.
And he's sitting on top of all these new dons he created, the 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th don.
Speaking of dons,
Yeah.
Anthony, if you were to have a black belt in ninjutsu, would it be
16th?
a 16th degree?
Sure, because Hatsumi...
We're kind of talking about this.
Yeah, he gives out 15th degree, so Anthony must be a 16th degree
Got to be.
in ninjutsu. That makes sense to us.
I'm not sure if this question is a joke, to be honest. Do I consider myself a 16th Dan? So let me answer first of all. If you're joking, I don't get it, and no. If you're really being serious, then I'm going to say no, because the black belt was invented for chess. In the late 1700s, early 1800s, it became a karate jiu-jitsu thing later on with coloured belts. So no ninja ever got a black belt. The factors... having a black belt in ninjutsu is ridiculous. If you've been given a Dan in ninjutsu, it's just you could take your belt off, take your certificate off and throw it away. Nothing to do with ninjutsu whatsoever. You should have Menkyo Kaiden, of historical ninjutsu. If you've been given a belt of a ninja martial art, you may as well just make a paper aeroplane out of it and throw it out the window, because it's totally worthless. It doesn't mean anything. And we could all get into the argument of the Hatsumi thing where he's giving away 15th, 16th dans. This has been well disputed across. Simply, even the Bujinkan people, and I mean the hardcore, hardline Cummins haters, say, yeah, alright, Bujinkan grades are a bit naff. We don't know why it's gone crazy. Now, again, the very famous story now of me giving Hatsumi a letter in 2004 saying this has gone stupid. This is when I was Bujinkan, by the way. And I said, no, this is ridiculous. How can you have all these dans in ninjutsu? I said, in fact, I told Hatsumi in the letter, I said, scrap all grades and start from past your Saki test or not past your Saki test. So do I have a 16th dan? No. But if your question is, am I good at ninjutsu? One, physically, I'm crap at it. I used to be quite a physically active person. In fact, a very physically active person. And now, through this work, I've become inactive, and you can see I've put on weight over the years. I've been doing this because I've stopped, which I have to now get back into doing the physical. My martial arts has all stopped. Everything is, I only do a bit privately because it's all study. Now, the reason for this is that there's too much academic study left. We've got loads to do. So the problem I've got is I'm so inundated with getting the stuff down that I've let the physical side go. So once we've got everything done, I'll start practicing and perfecting the physical side. You know, when I say everything, I mean, you know, the bulk of what we've got to do.